If money isn't your biggest problem, then why does it still stress you out? I used to ask myself that question a lot, because on paper, things didn't look that bad. But somehow, every time I opened my banking app, my chest still felt tight. And it took me a while to realize there's a hidden reason most people never talk about. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. You probably know Mike Tyson, one of the greatest boxers of all time. I remember the first time I learned that at his peak, he made over $400 million. Just imagine that for a second, what your life would look like with that kind of money. Freedom, security, no stress. That's what I used to think too. And yet, by 2003, he was bankrupt. Not just broke, but $23 million in debt. That's when something clicked for me. Why do some people earning $50,000 a year retire wealthy, while others who make millions lose everything? The answer starts with something uncomfortable. We're not fully in control. I used to believe that if I just worked hard enough and made smart decisions, everything would work out. But the truth is, success is also shaped by luck and risk. Bill Gates once had a best friend named Kent Evans. Same intelligence, same ambition. But Kent died young in an accident, while Gates went on to become Bill Gates. When I first heard that, it changed how I saw everything. Timing, opportunity, even something as simple as access to a computer at the right moment can change your entire life. So the lesson for me wasn't to give up. It was to stop expecting life to be perfectly fair and instead focus on putting myself in a position where good outcomes are possible. Then I realized something else that no one really teaches us. Getting rich and staying rich are two completely different skills. Getting rich requires risk. Starting something, taking chances, betting on yourself. I felt that pull too, the desire to chase more, to push harder. But staying rich is about the opposite. Humility, patience, and protecting what you built. That's why so many people make fortunes and then lose them. They keep playing the same aggressive game, even after they've already won. The real goal, at least for me now, isn't to get rich once. It's to reach a point where money stops controlling my life. And that only happens when you learn how not to lose. Saving money started to feel different to me after that. Not because I wanted to buy something later, but because I wanted something deeper. Saving isn't about spending in the future. It's about buying freedom. The ability to walk away from a job you hate, to say no to things that drain you, to create space in your life. Some people call it an FU fund, and honestly, I get why. But at its core, it's peace of mind. No one claps for you when you save money. I've definitely never been praised for it, but one day, you feel it. And that feeling is worth more than anything you could have bought. That idea led me to another truth I didn't understand before. Wealth is what you don't see. There was a janitor named Ronald Reed who lived a simple life, drove an old car, wore the same clothes for years. If I had seen him on the street, I probably wouldn't have thought anything of it. But when he passed away, he left behind $8 million. That story stuck with me. Because real wealth isn't what people show, it's what they keep. I used to confuse looking rich with being rich. A nice car, nice clothes, visible success, it all seemed like proof. But now I see they're completely different games. Looking rich is easy. Anyone can spend money. Being rich requires restraint, patience, and a willingness to choose long-term freedom over short-term validation. And underneath all of this, there's something I used to ignore. Money is emotional. You can know exactly what to do and still not do it. I've been there. You can have the perfect plan and abandon it the moment things get uncomfortable. Imagine investing your money and then watching the market drop 40%. In that moment, logic disappears. Emotion takes over. That's why I stopped chasing the perfect strategy. Because the best strategy isn't the one with the highest return on paper, it's the one you can actually stick with. Something that lets you sleep at night, something that feels steady, something you can follow consistently without panic. When I put all of this together, I realized something important. I don't need to control everything. I don't need extreme success. And honestly, I don't need to impress anyone. What I really need is a life where money feels calm, stable, and supportive. A life where opening my banking app doesn't make my chest tighten, but instead gives me a quiet sense of peace. Maybe that's what real wealth is. Not having more, but needing less and finally feeling safe. If this changed the way you think about money, don't just move on like I used to. Pause. Pick one idea. Start there. Because the best time to change your financial life was yesterday, and the second best time is right now.